Hey, what's going on, guys? Doing my first YouTube video for this channel. It's gonna be a little different than what my plan was on most of the content I'm gonna have. You can see from the names KFX 450R. So Kawasaki. I have a 450R KFX Sport Quad. Most of my footage I'm going to be getting in content is going to be towards riding. I am a sponsored rider from Oregon. It's all just soft sponsorships through MX sponsors, so discounts and stuff. But I'm hoping to start getting videos of me, doing my free ride stuff out in the dunes or on trails. Maybe some tracks. I know for sure Mount Emily MX track at Mira and LeGrand. Other than that, I'll hopefully be trying to get in some race series this coming season to get some footage of either like GP or cross-country style racing. I would like to do some MX track races, but that's, future videos I talk about that. I'll be putting out another one of me going over the bike because right now it's down. I have to get a new battery for it. I did get a battery, turned out to be the wrong one, got to get rid of it. Exhaust, all the packing blew out. That's going to be another thing I'm going to talk about, specifically with the company, and I think something to watch out for with that company because I know they are a fairly popular pipe. But from what I've dealt with, I'm wondering if anybody else dealt with the same thing. Other than that, like I said, going to be trying to work on doing collabs, maybe some other YouTube channels. I've been watching Be Quick or Be Caught. I messaged him on Instagram to see if maybe we could do something. He was talking about wanting to do more riding other than just track. I mentioned to him, hey, I'm in Oregon. We got the whole Oregon Dune National Recreation Area. That's a great thing to learn to ride on other than just dirt because how loose the sand is. You're going to have to change your ride style. It's probably going to help you out with being able to handle your bike more because it's going to ride completely different on sand. Other than that, what today is I ordered a hunt box for the first time, hunt vault box. So I was just doing a quick opening to get something out because I may do some other content similar to this on this channel. If maybe branch out, start a second one because I'm also into hunting and fishing. So this is the November Elite 2025 box, and I believe this one came with a Vortex Crossfire spotting scope, which I don't have a whole lot of optics. I have my scopes on my rifles, but in that, binos, never really had them. Spotting scope, never had one. I used to do a lot of hunting with family, so I typically just used like my dad's or uncle's binos. And then this year has been the first time in 3 or 4 years I've actually hunted, because I used to live on the western side of Oregon. We get a general season Western Oregon deer tag, and you can just put in. I moved to Eastern Oregon, and over here everything's like a draw hunt, so I just never really looked into getting a tag, and I was always working at that point, usually through the winter, because I'm in the laborers union, or I'd been laid off to where I didn't want to spend the money on a tag and fuel to go look for an animal, or spend money to put in for a tag just not to possibly get it. But this last year, my buddy's like, hey, put in over here for a few tags. So I put in for Hepner 1. He told me his first choice, 2 his second choice, Hepner 2 second choice, and then I did Columbia River Basin as my third choice. He told me I'll be getting Hepner 2. You hardly get Hepner 1. Turns out first time putting in for it, I got Hepner 1. So we hunted in October. It's about a week-long hunt. Unfortunately, didn't get anything. Did see some animals. Had a chance at a nice 4-point. It just, by the time we noticed it, it went back off into the timber. We ended up going in, looking for it, found rubs everywhere. It wasn't spooked or running, so we came in the next morning. Same thing, found a bunch of rubs, started tracking in. We think we heard it coming in. I gave out a few doe bleats, and it seemed to get closer, but then start crossing back. So we're not sure if it may have been the elk, because we kept hearing stuff. And actually in front of us, where we're calling on that deer, we noticed some tan up in the trees, and there are about 20 or 30 head of elk, I think all cows, up in the woods. So we ended up backtracking, trying to find that deer. Unfortunately, didn't get back into it. he's from Washington, so his hunt started like that following weekend for him. So I was gonna go out on my own. Ended up getting sick, so wasn't able to make it. Other than that, like I said, first year, so back into hunting. I've always seen these hunt vault boxes, been interested in them. Thought I'd give it a shot. They have the 365, which looks like a automatic, like you get it no matter what. You're gonna get charged. You have to have it for a year before you can get out of it. Or there's their Hunt Vault Elite, which is a month to month. It's like $10 more. So instead of $150, it's $160. But on top of that, you're doing an additional $10 for shipping. So it's actually $160 for 365, $170 for Elite. Unless you have a discount code, which I used my Welcome 10 discount code, which is the first one you get when you sign up for Hunt Vault. So this ended up costing still like $160 or something. I think I did the math and I saved a whole $3 using the discount code with the shipping and everything included. But the big thing about that was, like I said, Vortex spotting scope. So Vortex optics, I've used them. My buddy who I was deer hunting with, he has pretty much all Vortex except for his rifle scope. I kind of wanted to look in towards Sig Sauer because on my two rifles I have a Mossberg 30-06 I've had since I was 16. It's got a $60 Tasco from Walmart on it. The rifle came from Walmart too. I've had good luck with it. It's a 3x9x50. It's what we typically use on the west side because you're in a lot of timber patches, so you're not going to have a huge open area like over here where you can get long shots off unless you're maybe shooting across the canyon. So it's done well for me. I've been surprised how it works. At one point, I didn't even have to really sight that rifle in for something like 3 or 4 years with that scope on there. We take it out to the range to sight in before every season, put one round through it, it's still hitting dead on. Only time it got knocked off, which was very little, was I was walking down a clear cut in a washout, and over on the western side of Oregon, we have coastal clay, so this is this red clay, and I slipped on it, rifle fell, landed right on top of the scope. And so when I came over east for work, I ended up meeting my girlfriend and moving in with her, so I've been over here since. I left my rifles at my parents' house, and I asked my uncle and dad when they're going out to sight in before their season if they could take it out, make sure it was still on, and they said it was barely anything wrong with it. They just had to make a few adjustments. Other than that, he said it was still almost dead on because we sighted an inch high at 100 yards. And so before this season, I was trying to get everything around, make sure it was sighted back in because it was all off. I think it was something I did, trying to sight in with a buddy, and I wasn't thinking about the directions I was turning, or I went the wrong way and lost count of a few clicks. So I knew it was off. Ended up going out with my girlfriend's brother to a gun range, and I made like 3 adjustments, have it back to where it was, so it wasn't off too bad. And I was hitting a gong at 350 yards consistently. But I have, the reason I wanted to go to Sig Sauer, even though I was running that Tasco, was because I won a 6.5 PRC last year sometime. It's a Christensen, I think Mesa. And I had it for a while, put rounds through it without any sight on it. Just wanted to see how it shot. Then it was getting towards this deer hunt, and I'm like, oh man, I need to get a scope on that rifle. Plus, actually, yesterday was my deadline. Ended up not being able to do it. My dad, brother, uncle, they're over in Prairie City, Oregon right now. Their season started today for the East Beulah unit, or West Beulah unit for cow elk. I was supposed to get my tag, probably meet up with them Wednesday before Thanksgiving, so the 26th, because I'm filming this right now on the 22nd. But to go up with them, I just couldn't swing at the money to buy the tag. It's like $50 tag, but I just got back to work after being laid off for a bit and unemployment being maxed out and whatever. But so unfortunately not going to go, but with that hunt coming up, with that deer hunt, I was like, man, I need to get something set up on here as like my long range rifle, because I know over here east a lot of guys will shoot more long range because it's a lot more open. So looking around for scopes, looking at them, reading about them, just trying to figure them out to see what I wanted to go with. I was looking into the Leupold VX5. That's what that buddy of mine that I went deer hunting with has on his 7 mag. And I thought that's a really cool system. He's got that CDS system, custom dial. You know, you get it dialed to where you need. And it's like, you range at 350. Okay, take your knob, turn it to 350. You're hitting dead on. So I was looking for something similar to that. But those are also like $1,200 scopes. Didn't really want to spend that much on a scope, even though it's like a $1,200 rifle. So I came across the Sig Sauer Tango, I believe SPR, actually at a local store we have in the Pacific Northwest, Bimart, for about, I think, $240, $250, and it's got all my MOA dials on there. So I ended up getting that, but it comes with the cantilever mount for like an AR platform. So I'm having to go to Smitty's Outpost, shout out to them in Hermiston. That's, if you're in the area, I suggest go talking to them. They got a wide assortment of guns, wide range, they got ammo, they got a little bow section, they can set up bows, cut bows. But they were able to work with me, took it in there, I'm like, hey, I needed this, kind of bore sight this. And I knew right off the bat, putting it on, this is way too high. I need to go to regular rings. But I'm like, I'm getting to crunch time. I just got to get it to work like this. But I was able to take it in there, and they bore sight rifles for free. I took my Odd 6 in there, got it bore sighted. Took my 6.5 in there, got it bore sighted at the same time. Didn't pay anything for it. And I even screwed up trying to finish the sight in on them. Mainly the 6.5. I've been having real problems trying to sight that in. I don't know why. I took it back to them. They rebore sighted it. And I went through a whole box of ammo just trying to get on paper at 20 yards. So I don't know if it's ammo. I'm going to try out different ammo. I got the cheapest stuff I could find at the time, because if you have a 6.5 PRC or even Creedmoor, you know the ammo's not that cheap. So I was getting it for like $32 a box. The Norma Golden Targets, which, you know, I just didn't want to spend that much on it. I'm gonna try different ammos. That may be another video I do, is testing different ammos through it. I usually ran Winchester or Federals through my Odd 6. Had great luck with those. This last time, I believe it was normal whitetails I had for it, because they were at Bimart on sale for like $23 a box, and that's the cheapest I've seen 30-06 in a while, other than the Cellular and Bellow, which is always sold out now at Smitty's. But that rifle, really liked those rounds. Like I said, I did about 3 adjustments. I didn't even hit the 20, start at 20 with my Odd 6. I went straight to the 100-yard target. 3 adjustments, hit an inch high at 100 yards. There's a steel gong, 350 out. Figured out where I needed to aim on my reticle. First shot, dinged it. I was hitting it consistently, so I just got to work on that 6.5 more. But anyway, Smitty's Outpost was able to go through, and they did some vortex rings, and now it's sitting how it should. The rail system I have is through Christensen, and I did a 20 MOA rail just so I could punch out a little further with it. So I'm just hoping to get that finished up on getting sighted in. But anyways, with that scope, I was trying to figure out, okay, well, it's not like that CDS dial, so I just got to find out where I turn the turret for what distance. Turns out I believe I have to actually do the math for figuring all that out. So I did find out Sig Sauer has a rifle with a scope with that system similar to a CDS scope. But again, they're like $1,500. But I'm hoping to work with Sig Sauer, maybe see if there's something they can do, help me out with that, because I would love to put one of those on that 6.5 and maybe go to one on my 30-06. and start kind of switching all my optics to Sig Sauer, because I do like so far what they have with what I've used, whether it be red dots or like my rifle scope. So far I like how they work. I did find their system I liked that works with their rangefinder. I think it's called a BDS system that they have. So it's something I would love to look into. Same with getting a red dot on my pistol. But I can talk about that all in later videos. What I'm getting at now is back to the Hunt Vault box. So like I said, Leupold optics, or not Leupold, Vortex. I know about those. My dad switched over to a Vortex scope on his 7 mag. He's had Leupold for years. I mean, like, he's had the rifle since I think 72 or 73, and that scope probably since around then too. His rifle fell, landed on top of it. They actually, I believe he sent it into Leupold, and they actually fixed it for him. But he ended up getting a Vortex scope put on that rifle, and he loves it. Uncle, he's running Vortex. My brother runs Vortex. They both have had, my uncle and brother both had Nikons at one point. I think they still do, and they prefer the Vortex way over them. So I've known about them. Like I said, I've looked through their optics before. They are clean, they are clear. So when I saw that Hunt Vault had this option for the spotting scope, which is something I'm like, I could really use that just to look across canyons. I utilized my buddy's Vortex spotting scope during deer season, so we could spot animals way out on these different rolling hills and little gullies. So when I saw Hunt Vault offering that, I immediately was like, okay, this is something I want to look into doing. And I noticed that I could have pre-ordered for December, doing 365, got Vortex binos. Unfortunately, didn't know there's a deadline. It ended like yesterday, so I won't be able to get binos, because that's another thing I would like to get. I do have some, but I have really small, cheap ones that I got from Copenhagen when I still chewed tobacco. From Points, they're decent, they're not great. And then before I was going to go hunt by myself deer season, I'm like, man, this is crunch time, I need to get some binos. So the one place I decided to go, great hunting outfit store. Everything they have there is awesome. I don't care what you think. Harbor Freight. That's right, I got some binoculars from Harbor Freight. I remember my brother bought some years ago before he has now his Vortex. And if I remember right, I was like, oh, they worked out pretty good. They're fairly clear. And so I have a set of those in my truck. And they're decent. They'll work for now until I get better binos. But, like I said, I was happy to do this. Get this Vortex one. Maybe Hunt Vault has some spare Vortex binos they could send me. I don't know. Maybe if somebody's seeing this that knows somebody from there, maybe hook me up. That would be cool. But I got the Hunt Vault Elite box here, and so I know for sure that that spotting scope should be in here. I just needed a tripod for it. So I put the order in October, I think the 20th, and I just received the box on the 18th. So it said it was supposed to be here like 17th FedEx. It was here a little late. That's fine. I work out of town anyways. My girlfriend was gonna bring it to me, but I ended up coming home one of those days and noticed it was here and decided I wanted to do this unboxing video because I haven't seen any November 2025 boxes put up yet. So kind of show you guys what's in there, see if it's really worth it, because I was kind of skeptical about this, like, oh, are they going to just throw a bunch of cheap shit in there that I'm not going to use, because I've seen some videos and it's like, it could be hit or miss. So we'll get started on this. Sorry, I got it right in front of me here, so I will actually set this on the ground and put everything out, that way I'm not lifting the box up. So you can see. Oh, but it's packaged nice. I already cut the tape before I started filming, so I don't want everything to fall out, but so far that's everything in the box. From what I've seen, it comes with this card. I noticed when they first started Hunt Vault, you got the card that already had everything written on there. This one, you scan a QR code. Okay, so they have two. This one you can refer points, so you can get points on Hunt Vault. You can use those points for like gift cards. So let's say you want to buy a box and you have so many points, you can buy a gift card so you can make up what you don't want to pay or save money on buying a box. So scanning that QR code right here. So celebrating 10 years of Hunt Vault. Yep, scan, box, breakdown, and more. A little card. So that loaded up. Okay, so we'll start with what we got in this box. So we got a few things in here. I'll start with this here. What we got here is Mountain Ops, Hydrate packets, individual ones, pineapple. These I actually do use. I just used, I think, my last one actually on Monday morning to drive to work. So this will be nice. I do use these going to the gym. They're good to use riding quads. They're good to use like it's Hydrate. If you want to drink Gatorade or something, pop that in some water. And these say it's coming around $30 for this, which, yeah, that's about right. You'll see them roughly going for that. So it'll help hydrate you for recovery, recharging. You just, like I said, throw it in 10 to 16 ounces of water bottle. So this is something I actually use. Let's see, enhanced hydration, muscle recharge, cellular balance, rapid recovery, stamina, endurance, and replenishment. So that's something cool. I'll throw some of those in my hunting pack too. They're saying that's, like I said, $30. So cool. What do we got next? Thousands. That's a Hawk twist tie hoist line. Saying that's coming around $11. Say here's 25-foot flat cord to help avoid getting tangled, so that's nice. And you can use it for tying your gear off. It's got this twist tie system. You can use a hoist too, so if you hunt in a deer stand, you could tie stuff off with it, pull it up. So that's cool. It's something I may use. Like I said, I mainly rifle hunt. I do have a bow. Would like to get into bow hunting. Just need to get that finished sighting in. We got some areas around here I can do it. If I'm back down on the western side of Oregon, visiting my parents, I may take my bow with me because they are about 45 minutes from Eugene. They live in Douglas County, and that's where the bow rack is at. So I've been there a few times. That's somewhere that Cameron Haynes goes. Joe Rogan goes there. It's a pretty popular place, so I know they'll help me set up my bow, retune it and everything. I have a Bear Vast bow. So far, it's been great. I've shot it quite a bit. I got it pretty much dialed at 20 yards. I just need to be able to set up the rest of my stuff. I don't have a rangefinder to range out my targets. But that's something cool. If I get into bow hunting and I use a deer stand, then this is something I may use. I can also use it for other things. So that's cool. And this says 25 feet, flat cord. So $11. I think that's not bad for one of these. It looks pretty durable. This seems pretty strong in here. So that is a gear tie system. All right. Next up. Nomar gun and bow tape by Hunter Specialties. They're saying this comes in around $11 again. It helps protect and blend in your rifle or bow if you want to wrap it. Tough on non-glare protective camo. It's in mossy oak bottomland camo. Moisture proof vinyl protects finishes. Great for bows, guns, outboard motors, and gear. Okay. It's a 2" by 10" roll. And said works for bows and guns, protects, blends in. I may use some of this on my 30-06. Like I said, I have a Mossberg. I've had it since I was 16. It's the Deer Thug edition, so it's got a synthetic camo stock. I think it was dipped. But you can see that I've had it for a long time. I've carried it a lot because there are spots that are just the white plastic underneath. I would like to eventually go to a wood stock. It's just trying to find what exact model it is. I think I found out what it is to buy a wooden stock. But until then, I could use some of this on there and maybe cover up some of that white stuff to make it look a little better, or just wrap it up some more. I'm guessing if you really wanted to, you could probably wrap it around your scope. If you wanted to do a little, can't remember what they call it. You'll see snipers using them. It goes on the front of your scope. You cut a little rectangle in there so you can still see through. That way you do not get a scope glare. So that's something I may use. My bow, I don't think I need to use that on there right now. Unless I want to put it, if it helps with grip, maybe put it on your, where you hold it. Possibly. See if that helps out some. So, I said $11 for that. What's next is, what's in here? HME highly reflective wing tacks. So again, something that I may be able to use. It's saying here that you can use it for marking, I'm guessing, a way to a tree stand, or you can put it up so you know where you're stepping in, getting in and out of your tree stand. You can use it to mark trails. I guess you can put it on the ground if you have blood spots somewhere so you can see it with lights if it's getting dark, and use that to follow your trail back to where you have an animal down, or where you have a blind setup or something like that. So that's something I may look into using. Just throw that in my pack just in case. Attacks are most visible in holding flash on eye level. So, and it says they're durable attacks, so you could probably stick them in trees or something, maybe. So if you're walking through, you can pick up on the reflective and follow the trail in. There's 25 of them in the pack. These are coming in at $7. And they're from Texas. So, what do we got next? Looks like it says there's a target in here. I don't see where. Oh, there it is. It's on the bottom. Okay, Birchwood Casey. Easy score targets. 23" by 35". There's 2 of them in here, and these are coming in at $8. Not bad. A lot of the targets I use are Birchwood targets. And this looks like it's a whitetail. I'm not sure if it's life size or not. And I'm wondering if it has the splatter like most of the Birchwood targets I buy. That'll be nice. So if you're looking through an optic, possibly a spotting scope, you can see where you hit. And you can use it for, since there's 2 in here, I'll probably use one for my bow and one for the rifle. I've used targets like these before. And like I said, they're nice. Especially if you're trying to teach your kids or something on shooting at an animal. Looks like it's got a marked here, the vitals, so you can train them on where to hit, like behind the shoulder, to get in the vitals. So that's something cool that I will use. Alright. So far, everything in here has been looking good. This is all totaled about $67, I want to say, so far. So I'm guessing the rest of it is into the spotting scope. Because they say you get anywhere from $200 to $300 worth of items, and it's saying here the Vortex scope is $300 scope, so $367, not bad. It beats paying full price for that. I'll do the math a little after this, see pretty much what you're probably paying altogether for that scope, see what savings you have. So now the main thing in the box. 12 by 36 by 50 angled Vortex Crossfire HD spotting scope. Now, the angle's nice. Fortunately, no tripod. Gotta buy the tripod. Those can be spendy, depending on if you want to get a Vortex one or if you want to get an off-brand one. Looks like the mount here would work on, I think, any one they make. The one my buddy had is angled. I do prefer the straight ones. So, like, if you don't have one, you can just bring it up, look through it. This one, you gotta kind of look down. But I think this isn't a bad deal on something like this. I'll use it, that's for sure. Let's see what's in the box. Oh, really nice. In the box. See what comes in this. Looks like you get looks like you get a case for it, or a little protective case for it. So that's cool. You know, help keep moisture off of it. If you're snowing out, you're carrying it with you, you can cover it. And it's got all the slots in there, so you can still use it while it's in here. So that's cool. It's got these clips on here, so I'm wondering if it comes with a system to carry it around your neck or something. So that's cool. And it's feels almost like a wetsuit material. So if it's, like I said, raining or something, it'll help protect your stuff. That's cool. So I dropped something. Let's see what it is here. Okay, so looks like just a lens cleaning wipe. So get moisture on there, fog it up or something, wipe it off. Just a little thing you usually get, like you get these in phone cases, optic stuff. I probably have a bunch of these laying around from things. And let's see what else comes in. So open this. It's nice it came in this protective foam. Oh, there's something else in here. This side. Oh, a few things. Okay, so cool. Yeah, comes with instruction manual and what looks like caps. Okay, so those clips are to clip your caps on so they don't come off, so that's nice. And again, pretty durable stuff. It's got, almost feels like a Carhartt duck material on the fronts here. And then that same almost wet-proof or wetsuit material on the sides, so that's cool. Now, what's in here? Okay, so looks like that's everything in the box, I'm guessing. Yeah. So here's the scope itself. It's got a cap on the end. Is there anything underneath that? Nope. So cool. So okay, you got to put it together. There's a little cap on the end here. Pull it out, and then looks like there's your zoom and everything. Another cap on the end here. Pull that off. Rubber caps. And it looks like you would just drop it in here. So it falls in, and then you just screw it. And it comes with the mount on there. Looks like you can do a screw-in mount or a slip-in. I'm going to probably look when you slip it in. And that, it's metal, decent weight to it. I like this black color because normally Vortex comes in that green, so that's a cool change. It's really good quality. Get that off, get that off. So yeah, not bad. Well, everything's blurry, but I'm also looking at my house. So I'm wondering if I change the zoom on that. If that should look good. This is zooming out. Okay, yeah, that's really clear. I'm staring out of my haul and I can see everything clear just zooming out on it. So it looks like you can look pretty close with these things. So have a really good view. So that is definitely something cool. I will be utilizing that. Most likely at the range starting, because like I said, I did not get my elk tag, so it will not be hunting elk this year. But I can use it coming up. It's still fall bear season if I get my bear tag. We got some other hunts coming up, so definitely something I'm going to use. Just need looking into a tripod. I'll probably look at Vortex for that, or online. If not, Marketplace is a great thing. Look at Marketplace. So far, yeah, that's everything that comes in this November 2025 Hunt Vault box. I'm looking forward to possibly getting the December one. They did close getting the binos, but they're saying now if you do 365, you'll still be able to get one of these. And a power bank that looks like it has a solar system on there. So if you're where you need to charge your phone or something, it's going to come with the power bank. You can charge your things off of that, whether you got rechargeable headlamps, whatever. Product manual. Well, it shows you the different models, what everything is. So, how to set it up. Looks like that tripod mount, it might come with one, or it's saying that you can buy one to put on there. Oh, you can adjust your viewing angle. So I'm wondering how you do that. But yeah, it says you can adjust view angle. I'll have to figure that out more. See how I do that. Oh, that might be by zoom. So this, I believe, could be eye relief or zoom. This may be actually eye relief. Okay, so yeah, that's my eye relief. So you're... So I believe this is your eye relief. Like I said, the instruction manual will tell you. In fact, the first page would tell me. So that's your focus. So it should be your eye relief. Adjustable eye cap, eyepiece here. Locking ring, magnification. Retractable sunshade. Huh. And so the Arc Swiss foot. Cool. Definitely something cool. But like I said, you can get one of these with the December box. I might do that. And if you guys ordered the November one, got this already, plan on doing, maybe this looks good enough for you to do 365, get another one of these. Great Christmas present. Or you just saved money on buying one for somebody. So I might do that actually, because my dad does have a spotting scope. It's just an older, cheaper one. So I may do this and give him the next one they have for Christmas present, or possibly give one to my uncle, so they both have a spotting scope. But other than that, I think it's worth it. So after doing some math here, looks like that money I saved, so 367 minus 160, what I paid for it, $207, and then minus the 67 for everything else, came out to 140. So I believe I saved about 160 bucks on that spotting scope. Something like that. I think I did my math right. Whatever it is, good deal. So something I definitely look into. Definitely something I might be doing again. I might be paying for the 365 and have it for a year and just see what I get. Because they also do have special stuff for 365 members. They're coming out with a heated jacket. And like I said, if I get another spotting scope, that's a great Christmas present for somebody. And so everything that came with it, sweet. 160 bucks, roughly 170 if you paid your actual price with the out the discount for $367 worth of stuff. Pretty good deal. So something I definitely look back into. Gonna try and get more videos put out. Like I said, just something quick to kind of get it ball rolling on it. I might be making a second channel for all the outdoor hunting stuff. Other than that, this main channel will be about the quad and everything, my progress through maybe building it, setting it up for more so racing. It's kind of a dual purpose now, sand and track or dirt or whatever. I still want to kind of keep that. If I start getting monetized and making money off the videos, getting sponsors, I may look into get another bike and do a build or something. I used to own a Banshee, would love to get another. If I do get one of those, it'll be a dune only bike, so you'll be able to see a build on building a either mild build Banshee for the dunes or going into something like a 4mm stroker. The one I had is a 360 big bore, just basic pipe, single carbon stuff on it. Other than that, hope you guys like this video. First one I'm done, so it might be a little awkward. Trying not to talk a whole lot and get it boring. Want to keep everybody kind of focused on it, not lose retention. So just keep an eye out for more videos. I'll try and do what I can. I have an Instagram page linked, or not linked. I believe might have the way to get to it from YouTube. Not sure. If not, if I don't have that link to get to the Instagram on the YouTube channel, it's the same exact tag as my channel here is for the Instagram. Go ahead and give me some follows. Everybody I follow on there, except for a couple, are my actual sponsors I have. Like I said, I'm already getting offers for the 2026 season. Saw sponsorships, nothing hard yet. Like I said, MX sponsor. If you are a rider and want to get some SAW sponsorships going, mxsponsor.com. You pay a subscription for like the year. I think it's $70, or you can pay like, I can't remember how much, for 7 years. And you can put out to request sponsors, or you'll just get notifications you have an offer. You go through there, accept the contract, and they usually give you ordering instructions to get anywhere from like 25% off up to 50% off on companies. Really a cool thing to do, especially if you're trying to make it your privateer, don't have a whole lot of sponsors. Just get some discounts, and then it'll give you a portfolio almost of sponsors you do have. While on there, you can also post race results, pictures, videos. Myself, not currently racing, don't have any results like that, but I got pictures, videos on my profile. You can view others' profiles. And you put a little description on there, like I put in there, I'm a free rider and a duner, and I'm still getting sponsors. Like I said, I don't know, I have to look at Instagram, something like anywhere from 40 to 50 something sponsors, all soft sponsorships, but they're great. They came in nice for birthdays, Christmases, buying other people you know that ride gear. I got some gear on discounts. O'Neill's one of them. I got a jersey that was already on sale. Used my discount code, it counted too, so I saved a bunch of money on getting a jersey so I can start building more gear, so I spare gear. They have boots if you need boots. So it's something to look into. I hope you like this video. Like I said, this is something different than what I would normally be doing on this channel. If I do set up a different channel, I will be setting it up for like this hunting, fishing type stuff. I may name it Willamette River Outdoors, which is an old Instagram I used to have until it got hacked. I had to take it down, unfortunately, because I had a lot of companies start looking at that. I had some decent amount of followers on there. Danner Boots, they commented, liked one of my photos, actually sent my buddy who had a picture of it, his cow elk, sent us a couple shirts and 2 pairs of socks. That was cool. First Light Outdoors was following me, along with some other outdoor companies. So I'm hoping to do something like that again. See if they remember me. Maybe trying to do a collab. That's what something I want to do with Danner, is maybe get some boots set up specifically for the Pacific Northwest and the type of stuff we deal with here, and have like a western side version and stuff you could use on the east side. Anybody else who may be interested in sponsoring videos, let me know. You can contact me on Instagram. I have to figure out how to set up my email stuff for this. Any moto sponsors, stuff like that. Again, I could use all the help I could, whether it's parts, gear, whatever. I'm willing to, I'm going to need some help doing it, but willing to go maybe do events as a sponsored rider, maybe do small stuff here. Like I said, we got Mount Emily, we got trail systems, we got a track there. Maybe I could do a day there where you have a booth set up. You guys can ride with me. I can talk with people. That'd be cool. With that MX sponsor, most of your discounts are going to come directly through those companies' websites. Moto Option did something real cool for me. This last year I went to the Washougal MX race, and they had a booth there. I talked to them, let them, hey, I'm a sponsored rider for you guys. And they actually honored my sponsorship discount there at their booth, and then hit me up with some other cool stuff, because I got like a water bottle that's almost like a hydro flask for my girlfriend that works great. I got a Moto Option sticker. This is just stuff I have happened to sitting next to me because I'm in our office, which you can see is a bit of a mess. We gotta kind of clean it up in here. This is where everything kind of goes as a catch-all, then we gotta clean it, and then it turns into a catch-all again. But got some koozies from them with the Moto Option on there. So just something cool they would do for you. So if you get sponsored through them and you're at an event with one of their booths, maybe talk to them. Say, hey, I'm a sponsored rider with you guys. Would you guys honor that discount here? And it's just something cool like Moto Option did for me. Yeah, of course it will. So, should be trying to get out more videos best I can. I do have a full-time job, working construction, so a lot of my stuff I'm going to be able to do is on weekends. Like I said, if I can start getting monetized, maybe start getting sponsors, work my way up, I can maybe do some of this stuff, start going full-time with it. Would love to do something with Big Time or Donut, or like CleetusM, some of those channels. Side-by-side blog, I don't know what's going on with them. That'd be something cool to do with them, but they haven't posted here in a while. But like Donut Media, I do follow them. I watch their stuff. I am big into off-road, so I know a couple of their guys they're like off-road guys, so I think it'd be cool to do something with them. We got trail systems here in Oregon to do. We got a big one down in Southern Oregon. That's like a crawl trail and just cool wheeling trail. If they built that Baja truck, maybe they want to build a crawler, do some crawling events. We got one in Myrtle Creek in the summertime that gets put on by Tracker Bane, who competed in, I believe, 2013 Top Truck Challenge. He's got a built Bronco that actually there's a mod on SnowRunner for. But if any of those guys want to hit me up to do something cool, that'd be awesome. Like I said, if I start getting sponsors and monetize it, that'd be cool to do. Like they do their high-low versions. If we do a high-low like quad build, whether it be just like strictly Banshees or whatever they pick, and then I could come in with what a normal person may be able to do, where they spend high amounts on some parts, low amounts on some parts. That'd be something cool to do with them, or do like a build off for crawlers or wheelers, kind of the off-road type stuff. The other car stuff is cool, but I am a big off-road guy, diesel guy, so it'd be cool to do one with diesels with them as well, or if they choose to do it on their own, do a diesel one. Other than that, I think this wraps up the video. Trying not to just sit here and talk a whole lot, but thanks for watching me do. Like, subscribe, obviously. See what I can do to start building up from here.